Alrighty folks, it's me again, VB7200, and today we're taking a look at this guy right here. This is my recent addition to my kind of office space, I guess you'd call it. So you got a bunch of computers and shit here. We got the PowerBook charging up, we got the Dimension down here we're running, Toshiba, there's an iBook in here, and there's that guy right there. But they're actually, this and this are hooked up to the same monitor, because this has dual inputs. This one's hooked up through HDMI, VGA, and the other one's hooked up through DVI. Keyboard and shit, but yeah, it's a mess at the moment. Anyway, let's look back to the main video here. This is a 60-gallon Marineland glass tank and stand that came with it that I got at PetSmart. It was on sale from, I think it was like $400 down to like $250. They had it for sale on, which is a pretty good deal actually when you think about it. I know like more towards Christmas time it was half off. It was $200 for everything, but we actually got there a couple days after Christmas, or a week or two. I think it might have been after New Year's actually, and they just decided to change their or they changed the sale from, they just bumped it up to $50, which wasn't really that bad. But keep in mind, you do not get your filter and your heater with it, or anything really. You literally just get the tank, the stand, and the lights here. These are just dual fluorescent lights here. Pop this off. You can look underneath. See, it's just a fluorescent bulb. Nothing really special. There's a piece of glass right there too. That's really it. Down. Oops. All this is just plastic stuff. It's okay. It doesn't really fit together. You see there's like light leaking out, but oh well, what are you gonna do? For $250 you really can't complain. 60-gallon Marineland, as I said, it's 4 feet this way. I think that's the length, by 2 feet height, and then the depth is, or the width or depth, whatever we're gonna call it, this is only 13 inches, so this is a little over a foot. So it's a skinny tank really, but it's long. So they have enough space to move back and forth, really. They don't usually swim up and down. But, yeah, it's a nice looking tank. It's massive when you get it out of the store. If you see it at a PetSmart, they'll have a bunch of them lined up, and they look really small. But once you actually get them in a room, they're huge. We got a little algae scrubber right here, just kind of keep things looking nice. There's actually some residue. I don't know, that's on the front. I thought it was on the inside of the tank. But when I did get it, there was a piece of paper that just kind of explained what it was and what it came with. And they had like sticky stuff on the back, like adhesive, and that stuck to the inside of the tank. And I had to get that out because that's really, you wouldn't want that in the water if there's any chemicals in there, because it'd kill the fish off. But it was a pain in the ass to get out, but I did. So as a filter that we're running in here, this is a Penguin 350. It's a dual bio wheel setup. So you see, it's basically just 2 filters in one, kind of. They have two water compartments in the back here. They both come out the side, roll down the bio wheels. Right there. It takes the C-size cartridges from Marineland. And then they have a massive intake that just goes up the middle. That little gray kind of valve thing, I don't really know what that's for. I'm just assuming it's to increase the flow. So I have it open just for the hell of it. See down there, they have the little the filter thing down there, kind of, with the grate over it so it doesn't suck any fish in. But, as you can see, it does a good job. The water in here is about 2 weeks old. It's still looking kind of clear. But if you look at it this way, it's cloudy. It's just, water's going to look like that. So I gotta do a water change soon. But from the front, the camera really doesn't do it justice. The camera makes it look clearer than it really is. Also, actually, the colors kind of pop out in camera more a little better too. But the filter is rated for 75 gallons per hour, and this is only a 60-gallon tank. So it's over filtering a little bit, but that's never bad. So there's also a heater on this side, if you can see it hiding back there behind the purple. It's just a 30-watt heater. Or not 30 watt, is it 300 watt? I don't know, it's I think it's a 300 watt heater. You see, it goes all the way down there, all the way up there. The water's getting a little low. I actually should fill it up, because as you can see, there's a little water level thing right there. So I should dump more water in here really, but I'll wait until I siphon it. I could always just push the heater down a little bit. Yeah, it's stuck on there. It probably doesn't really matter. Got the thermostat up on the front here with thermometer. That's at about 80 degrees, which is perfect for these guys. The fish that I have in here are 3 Bailiff sharks. I was going to say 4. There are these silver Bailiff sharks you can see swimming around in there. They're nice looking fish. They're still very young. They'll get to be about a foot long when they're full grown. Probably another 6 months or so. Then we have these little guys. These are rainbow sharks, as you can see. Although this one isn't. This one looks different than the rest of them. Actually, there's 2 of them that look like that. The other 2 are really dark. They're almost black. He's kind of like gray almost. If I can find one of the other 2. Yeah, there's one swimming back there behind the submarine. You'll see him come out sooner or later. Or nope, he's down there. You can see he's really dark once he comes out. Yeah, he's dark. Versus that guy up there who's really like pale almost. He's white and he's really dark. They'll come down together sooner or later. You can see the difference there. His fins also are starting to get black at the edge. The red. See, he's pretty light too over there. He's actually kind of a runt. The other ones are starting to get bigger than him, but there are 4 in there. I don't know where the other one is. There's 3 of them right there. There's another guy poking around somewhere, but whatever. He'll come out eventually. Altogether, all the stuff that I got here, including the fish, cost about $500. Maybe a little more than that. I didn't buy it all at once. I bought it all kind of separately. Tank came first. Tank and the filter obviously came first. The gravel too was there, and the heater. And you let it run for a couple days so the water heats up, and the water's turned and everything gets filtered. And all the chemicals and whatnot are got away out of the water, like chlorine and stuff like that. And then you dump your fish in and just kind of let them get used to the water. And they're fine. They've been fine. Nothing's been wrong with them. They've been swimming around fine. Feed them once in the morning and once at night. And, yeah. I mean, the plants aren't really expensive, but when they add up, I get them in packs like this. This is the larger one, so it would be like these ones right here on this side, the big ones. They come with, I think, 3 of them in a pack. Yeah, 3 count down there. And they're like, I think, $17 a piece, and I have like 4 of those sets in there. I think these green ones and this purple one all came in one, and some of these all came together too. But the sub really cost, I think, 20-something bucks, and that barrel is like 7, that little sign down there, which actually broke the day I got it. I dropped it when I was unloading the bag, so I had to fix it with some aquarium sealant, actually, and that seems to be working fine. I didn't want to use, like, crazy glue or super glue because of the chemicals. I was worried maybe it would leak in the water or something. Although it probably wouldn't, but you can never be too safe. And, yeah, they've been swimming along happily for about the past 3 weeks that I've had this tank. They've been looking pretty good. The storage down here is nice too, as you can see. You get just a box for the filter in case anything happens to it, and food. This is what I feed them. Just freshwater flakes for tropical fish. And then we have a sifter down there for the rocks to help kind of clean them and stuff like that. But also you got a storage shelf down there, which you really can't see because it's all black. But it's a nice little setup. Just costly in the beginning. We got it on sale, actually, for, I think, $250 something it was on sale for. Regular, it was like $400. For just, you don't get the gravel or anything, you just get the glass tank, the lights up here, the filter, or not even the filter, and the stand. That's all. And stands themselves, you think, oh, I'll just buy a tank and then get the stand separate. I thought about doing that too, but it actually turns out to be more. Because a 55-gallon tank, which is less than this, costs about $200, plus a stand, a decent stand that could fit it, costs about another $150. So you're looking at more than this tank, than what I got it for. This was on sale, but anyway, it's a good setup. That's really it. I gotta feed them, and I'll probably turn the lights off after the video. But basically, you're supposed to turn the lights off, or turn them on in the morning and turn them off when you go to bed. Actually, you're only supposed to keep them on for 8 to 12 hours, but I wake up kind of late anyway. I go to bed late. So I wake up at, 8 o'clock, we'll say. And it's about 10:25 now. Or 10:22, I mean. So it's a little overdue. Also, they say not to keep it by windows, but this is the only place we could fit it, because the sunlight will increase algae production. But I haven't seen any of that, so I don't see any algae anywhere. This helps with that too, this Algae Scrubber right here. Although it's annoying, because when it falls out, sometimes it lands in the gravel, and you can't... The magnet's strong enough where you can pull it back, kinda, but that doesn't always work. So, that's really it. So thanks, guys. I'll have more updates as I add stuff to this, and as I get more fish and whatnot. I'll get more fish in the future. Oh, I didn't even go over the goldfish. I completely forgot about him. This is my friend's goldfish that he got at the state fair. Well, not state fair. The Relay for Life when he was in, I think, 8th grade he was in. So that's what, 4 years ago, about 4 years ago. He's a senior now, so he didn't want it anymore. When I got, he's got a smaller tank. He's only got, I think, a 30-gallon or something like that, 35 gallon. He's got a shit ton of goldfish that are that size in there. They're all like PetSmart goldfish too, or I think one's a state fair fish. But he's had them for a few years, and he's got no problems with them. They all look fine. They're still going. They're huge too. Some of them are even bigger than that. He's what is it? He's like 5 inches long. That one, 5.5 maybe. The other one's like 6 or 7 inches. They're huge for goldfish. You'd never think of that. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Subscribe. You'll see more on this in the near future.